Good morning. Welcome back. We got an anhydrous bar to work on, but we don't really have any work to do to it. So we took those big supply hoses off yesterday. Brock did that. I have new ones ordered. They should be in either today or tomorrow, and we'll go pick them up and put them on. So that's pretty easy. I was just looking at other stuff that we needed to do, and the row units are all good. We've already been through all of those, so we don't have to do anything there. I cleaned these screens out that are in here. There was like nothing in them, so there's a filter in there that screens any rust stuff that comes out of the inside of the tanks out. It's pretty clean. We don't run N-Serve, at least not very much. I ran one tank of it last year for experiment purposes, but that stuff can be corrosive to the inside of tanks and coolers and lines, but we don't use enough of it to cause problems. So other than that, I think we need to wash it. It needs a bath. It's dusty from sitting in the dusty barn. So I think I'm going to do that this morning. We're going to give this a bath, and then we're going to go and deal with some seed business stuff. Since we're going to wash it, it gives me a really good excuse to foam it. And I've been looking for an excuse to use some spray foam because I got my new Andy Clean soap. So if you guys aren't familiar with Andy Clean, we met him in Orlando at the Commodity Classic. Talked to him. He's got his own soap because he cleans stuff really, really well, and he sent me some stickers. And well, we're gonna foam this tractor and this anhydrous bar and then rinse it off, and we're going to use Andy Foam or Andy Clean cleaner. Get this from your John Deere dealer. There's part number on here. Anybody's looking for some. I had to go buy my own jug, and we're going to try this stuff out. I'm pretty excited for it. So it says do not dilute. Most of the soaps we run on our foam cannon, we dilute. This one not so much, which means we're going to go through it a little faster, but that's okay. We'll give it a shot here. If you've been following along for long enough, you know that I've used lots of different soaps and stuff through my foam cleaner. I still like lots of other ones, especially that Griot's well, that's not good. My hose just broke. We'll get back to the soaps discussion. Junk. Alright, so we got to pull that one apart. Fortunately, this hose is like in 3 different pieces, so it doesn't really stop us. We just have to take one of them out. There's a connection right there. Well, hopefully we can connect that piece to that piece. We should be good. Let's try this again. Oh, it works. I mean, it foams anyway. Works is to be determined. Yeah, you crank the foam dial all the way up on this, and it really foams. Like I had it turned way down and was still getting great foam. So I'm going to go ahead and coat the tractor, and then we'll start rinsing stuff down. The tractor's already clean. It got a little dirty on our trip to Jonesville when we had it up there, so we're just blowing it off again. Impressive so far. I like it. It's clinging better. Oh, it's so pretty. And that soap goes a long ways. I probably did not need to fill this whole thing up. Good enough. So as I was saying before my hose blew, I still really like that Griot's Clean and Protect or whatever it is. I'll look it up. And we use that on this tractor. And look at the water still beating off of it. You know, 2 months later, been out in the elements a little bit. Washing it with another soap right now, and the water just beads right off of that glass, off of the sides. Like, I really like that stuff. I don't know that it does a great job melting dirt and cleaning, but from a protectant standpoint, that stuff is awesome. So we're gonna wash all this soap off and see what we got. Once the steam haze fades out, we'll be fine. But yeah, that spray-on protectant stuff that we put on these was impressive. And it's, I know the side panel we spray ceramic or whatever, but I did not on the plastic fenders. And you know, like this stuff, it just is amazing how much that water beads up, and I'm sure it's from that Griot's product. So the Andy Foam did a nice job cleaning the dirt off of our anhydrous bar. Melts the stuff off. I mean, we got a bunch of dirt off it. And let's be honest, Brock is the one that power washed this last summer, so it was still pretty dirty, right? I mean, jeez. So we got her cleaned up real nice. Yeah, you can see there where the hose was sitting on it, and I couldn't get to it with the foam or the water. It still got some dirt on it, but it cleaned up the hoses good. I like it. I'm happy. I know. Don't be mean to Brock. Blah, blah, blah. He's a good employee. He's going to quit if you're mean to him. Blah, blah. He's not there to defend himself. I get it. You're fine, Brock. You're fine. Time for a refill. Oh, man, what's on my face? Dirty. All right, we are out in the seed warehouse here. I went to lunch. It's been a while since I filmed something. I don't even remember what we did last, but we got to dump our boxes that we treated yesterday back to where we got them from. So we're going to work on that here in a few minutes. I've had a couple of phone calls in the last couple of hours. One of them was from one of the customers who I've been waiting to hear back from about treating his beans. He did, in fact, buy a treater just like mine, or very close to mine, and is going to do them himself. So we don't have to treat those. Perfectly fine with me. It's a couple hundred less units to treat, but that's okay. Whatever we can do to help him out. So he might come down next week and watch us treat some to learn how it works, which is good. And then I got another phone call from somebody wanting to buy some seed. So we sold another 150 or 60, 4 boxes plus some paper bags of beans that we have to treat. We might have to get them brought in yet. So that's awesome. So we lost some treatment. We picked up some treatment and sold some beans. Everything's good. I'm happy. So yeah, let's go ahead and get these boxes dumped back where they came from. All right, I got all of them dumped back in. I got samples pulled. We got lids put back on, and I made sure to go through and put the labels in. I'm not real good about remembering that when I'm treating, so I make sure when I'm dumping them back that they all have the label card for the treatment that we added to them. So now we have to figure out where to put them. Oh, I need to get some stuff out of here, it looks like. Problem is, if I put them here, I'm going to bury all my bag stuff, and we can't do that. I can't go 3 high there because of my door. I could set some over here, I guess. Block that door. Ugh. Yeah, we're going to work on this row next, so yeah, we need to deliver some seed and get it out of here. That's what we need to do. It has gotten a little later on me than I would like it to be. It's about 3:30, and I don't think we are going to get any more treated today. Those anhydrous hoses are in. I need to go get them picked up, so I think maybe we'll just let them sit for now and we'll go get our stuff and we'll worry about this tomorrow, probably. There's our new hoses. Got one over here already. This is the main distributor for the sections. I thought I better clean stuff up a little bit before we put it back up on there. And yeah, so we can get these hoses put back on. These ones say remove no later than 2029. That's what it says on there. So they're good for, what's that, 6 years? Something like that. We gotta get some new pipe dope. I gotta clean these threads up too. Get everything put back together. Alright, so I got that one put back up there, and we got this hose put on and twisted on. Now, none of these, there's no swivel, and so you gotta twist the whole hose, which is fine on one end, but not on the other end, right? So, we have these swivels that are super nice, that will allow us to attach this hose. With the old one, they had these like clamp-on things that the fitting would actually spin inside the hose. Try not to do that. So, this is gonna go in here, and then we can tighten our hose to it there. So we need to put some sealant on these threads and get that threaded in there. So I got that in there. Before I tighten this up, I wanted to make sure I got everything where I need it, and so I don't need to twist that hose a little bit. It is a little bit long, not horribly long. I imagine because they're all the same length, they have to be the same length. The long run is to over there, and so you're gonna have a little coil here. This is not what we want, so we got to figure out how to twist this hose to get it to lay exactly how we want it to. It's a little tricky here. All right, well, that's how it's going to have to go. There was a clamp there and a clamp there that went through. I think this is where the wing pivot is, so you want that extra length in there kind of running across it so that it can fold fine. We'll watch it real close when we do it the first time. I just kind of got it looped around there. I had a double loop in it, and it seemed too tight to me, so I don't want that hose coming, laying across here, hitting that. I want to be able to zip tie it to the frame where it's up out of the way there. So we'll worry about zip tying stuff down when we get all three of them in, so we're not doubling stuff up too much. But we're going to start there. We'll get the one to the other side next. But it is 5:30, and I'm going home. Feels like one of those days I didn't accomplish a whole lot. What are you going to do? Tomorrow, it is going to be cold tonight. Very cold. Okay, very cold for me in April, March, end of March. 23 tomorrow morning, they were saying, for a low temp. So we're going to spread some clover seed in the morning, and I'm not really looking forward to it because cold sucks, but it needs to get done, and it is time to do it. So we got a little 20-acre piece out here. We're going to do that one first thing and try and get this cedar dialed in, get the gate set right, all that kind of stuff. And then we're going to go to Berkey and spread clover seed into wheat down there. Dad's going to help me, and we're going to see how it goes. So first field work of the year starts tomorrow. That's exciting. So tomorrow will be a good one. That's what it is. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. See you guys tomorrow.